And rolling up and down the fingers. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky and the thumb. And to the wrists. And across the knuckles. And we keep the ball in the palms, interlace the fingers, and squeeze. Hey, Mira and Jonathan, good morning. And release. And squeeze. And release. And squeeze one more time. And release. And let's go around the back. Switch. 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 Through the legs, hinging at the waist. Switch. Switch. And switch. Putting the ball on the floor, assess how the feet feel. Make a note of the ankles, the knees, the hips. Step on the ball, press down 3 times, right in the middle of the foot. Go up to the knuckles, press on each. Roll across the knuckles. And roll across the top of the heel. And press down just below the first knuckle. At the side of the top of the heel. And in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. Three, two, one, release. Reassess. And go to the other foot. Press it down 3 times. Going up to the knuckles. Rolling across. Rolling across top of the heel. Pressing in the 3 spots. Rolling down the bones. And scribbling. 3, 2, 1, release. Get the ball out of the way. Reassess. And it's good morning. That's 10, 2 more. And shake the tree. Three, two, one. Twist at the waist, swing the arm. And center with some ocean wave breathing. And fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out and gather in starlight. Centering, same thing in the other direction. And center. Let's take some steps forward. And elbow towards the opposite knee. And then slap the opposite heel in the front. And then behind. And then take a cross step with a punch and a twist. And then walk or march or jog to get the heart rate going. Got Zach Bush's Big Four today, with or without weights in your hands or bottles or cans or nothing at all. Lots of spots in that. So wouldn't do those to get the heart rate going. Of course, you can continue to do what you're doing or do something else. like a sprint or side jacks, or something you've dreamed up. Because sprint, we're rolling in the after class. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Then 20, and 30. Take 2 breaths. Interlace the fingers. Raise the hands up. Come up on your toes if you can. Back down. Bend back if you can. Back to center. Bend to one side. And then the other. Center, drop your hands, push out at the chest. Come on back down, interlace your hands behind your back and raise them up. Go a little higher. Come on back down, shrug. And roll back. And forward. Bend the arms and rotate. And go the other way. One palm is down, one is up, flip-flop. And bring one arm across the body, press in at or above the elbow. And then the other. One hand behind the back. Press down and in on the elbow. And then the other. Form a W, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And hold. And release. And squeeze. Release. Squeeze. And release. Grab both elbows, rock side to side. And come on down and rotate the head. Go the other way. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Look up. Look down. Look over one shoulder. And then the other. Go back to center, tuck in the chin, and peck like a pigeon. And let's grab a stick. I'm going to start by putting the stick inside the arch of one foot. The other foot comes out, bend that knee, and stretch the inner thigh. Do the same thing the other way. Come on up. Bring the stick out in front. Bring your one foot about 6 inches away. Slide down the stick with the top on your collarbone. Lift up the sole and wiggle the foot back and forth to stretch the hamstring. Come on up, press the sole of that foot against the stick to stretch the calf. And then we'll do the same thing with the other leg. Starting with the hamstring. And then the calf. And release, and we're back to the Booyah stick. So we'll do some flip flops. And then rotate out in a big circle. And then in. And then laterally. And go the other way. And then bring the stick behind the back in the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. If you can, lean back, otherwise keep twisting. Come on up. Bring the stick up to the shoulders. Rotate the body, keep the head and hips facing forward. And bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist, over the head, and back down if you can. And then stop at the shoulders and push out. Bring the stick down to one side, and on top, swing it behind. And then the other side. And then bring it to the middle. Hold on with two hands, one hand or a finger or two, and come up on your toes, back on your heels, up on your toes, back on your heels. Do it 15 times. Keep going. I got to get rid of something that popped up on my screen. I figure we're at about 10. And 15. And then bring the stick to one side. Hold on with one hand. Come up on your toes with one foot. All the weight is on the other foot. And if you can, pick up the stick. Otherwise, just keep it there. Pick up your foot if you can. Move it around if you can. However, feels safe, but a little bit challenging. And then if you want, you can move the stick around, as you know by now, I think. Whoa, almost went down there. 3, 2, 1, come on back down. Same thing other way. Three, 2, 1, and down. All right, let's put the sticks down. If you're going to use a weight of any kind, grab it. Back push, 4 moves. First is a squat. Raise around the clock, either outside or inside. And the press. Going to move the squat around in the sequence. We'll do 10 on each. And we'll pick up speed as we go along as usual. You ready? Starting with the squat. And a breath or two. Raises. breathe. Around the clock. And 10 breaths. And some presses. And then come on down, take a couple of breaths. Going to move the squat into the second position. Going to start with some raises, just a little bit faster than before. Right about now. And a breath. Going to do the squats. Breath. Around the clock, I'll do through the middle this time. Do whatever feels right for you. And pause. Presses. And a couple of breaths. One more round. All right, raises. Pretty fast this time. On the clock. Breath. Squats. And finally, some presses. And 10. Once again, good job. Really recover your breath now because we're going to do something called the heater. We've done it before, but it's been a while. You might want to sit. Yeah, you can sit on the floor, sit on the chair. You could stand. But at least this first time, in case you get a little lightheaded, let's sit. So this breath, you take a nice big deep inhale through the nose, and then you exhale by pushing the diaphragm, contracting it and pushing it, contracting, pushing rapidly about 8 times. So it looks like this. Maybe 7 times, whatever works for you. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath in and a leisurely breath out. and they're going to repeat it. And we'll do a total of 4 heaters. So again, it's inhale through the nose, exhaling again through the nose, but you're doing it with rapid, short spurts of breath through your nose, contracting your diaphragm. And we take a restorative breath and do it again. All right, here we go. And when you're done, you can stand if you feel, I don't feel really lightheaded myself, but I know it can make you feel that way. I should credit Sean Korn, a yoga teacher, with showing me that. Rubbing the hands together and cultivating chi and a chi ball. Which is dancing us around. And we're centering. 2 breaths. And we'll open our hearts. Pause on this inhale. Exhale, sending it out. And center with 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. And let's go down and gather it up. And namaste.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Nina, you're very welcome. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bill,
Tom.
hey, Bill,
Hey,
you're welcome.
Thanks.
And Mira, take care.
You too.
Thanks. Hi, I thought Jonathan was on, but I don't see him. Whoops. Oh, I see what happened there. Okay, so I'm going to do some rolling. If you've got a ball, grab it. Just need one. Going to use the tennis ball. I'm going to get down on the floor. Also have your roller nearby because we'll be using that. Unlike last week. And we're going to do the hips, quads, and hamstrings, but we'll do the hips with the ball, starting in the middle, posterior, and rolling around on the gluteus maximus, trying to find a tender spot. And if we do, or I probably should say when we do, decide on the option, lean into it, and hold. And of course, you can modulate the amount of pressure with your hands. And then we're going to move over to the gluteus medius, right up here, and do the same. Whoa. I don't know about you, but that is always a tender spot for me. And when I twist the ways to swing the arms in the warm-ups, sometimes I'll make a fist and hit that gluteus medius to loosen it up. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Maximus. Finding the spot. Leaning into it. Breathing. And 3, 2, 1. Medius. That'll do. And 3, 2, 1, and up. All right. We're going to take the roller and do the quads. So let's come on the roller with it just above the knee. And we're going to go about halfway up the quad to the middle of the quad and then back to the knee rolling. I've got both legs on the roller. And if you do find a particularly tender spot, you might want to just hold on it. You can put one leg on top of the other to increase the pressure on the one leg, and then go back and do the other leg. My quad, at least the lower, are pretty loose right now. There's a spot, so I'm just going to hold. And then I'm going to go from the middle up to the hip. And again, you find a particularly tender spot, just hold on it, press into it, breathe into it. And that's good. Now we're going to do the hamstrings, and we're going to, rather than roll on them up and down, bring the roller to the top of the hamstrings, right below the hips, and move your feet back and forth laterally, rolling across the hamstring. And you do about 10 of these. And then move it to the middle of the muscle. Do another 10. And then down to below, above the knee, of course. And do another 10. And just for good measure, if you want, come on up on your palms and roll up and down a few times. And that should do it.